Hey everybody, welcome to the regular Saturday Spinding Update Hangout. Good to have you with us today. Got a bunch of news from the Spinding front and from the team front and of course the marketing suite front. We've got Darren Barton with us today, of course, and Jeremy Rush with us today, of course, and me. You guys know who I am. Anyway, so we reached a milestone this week. We surpassed 50,000 paid members. We're right at about 52,000 members right now, which is actually pretty good. I think that's a little faster than we thought would happen in the amount of time that it did. You guys are doing a great job getting the word out. Really excellent job with that, and obviously being patient with some of the fixes that have to be done to make this a great and huge program that it's going to be. I'll give you more of my impression on that at the end of the call. But we've had a lot of things going on in the background. Of course, yesterday was a payday. You can see that if you have funds you can take out, please go check that out. A lot of people are reserving their funds for piffing people in. I have not been able to take a single penny myself yet because I've been piffing people in and helping people come into the business, of course, and a lot of other people are doing that to a really massive scale, basically. But Paul is working right now on a fix that I had a discussion with him today for about 45 minutes that really I think is going to be the fix that is going to finally do this, no matter how big we get. And like it says in the recording, if we end up getting to 200,000, 400,000, 500, a million people, this has to be a fix that can only be done once, right? We don't want to have to keep on going back and fixing it over and over again. So I think he's got it pretty much right on the head. I'm very happy with what he's doing. No one is losing anything. Of course, you've seen that we haven't cycled probably in about 24 hours right now, but they're all there, okay? They're all just basically being put behind this floodgate. Once this fix is in, it's all going to release. So we're going to see quite a bit of activity. Now, he's pretty confident that this is going to be done by tomorrow, so hopefully tomorrow in the evening we'll see all this happen, and we'll be a fresh start on Monday to get back to work and get the message out of how great this company is. Been doing a lot of really good meetings with people in different countries from different companies. We've got a couple people working on a team from Cambodia that are some ex-Telex free people, and they're looking for a new home. You guys have done a really good job bringing the Telex free people in. I can tell you that like Brazil right now is probably the #1 enrolled company in this or country in this company at this point. I think they just passed the United States. Portugal is like in a very close third. So to me that tells me that's a lot of Telex free people. So that's really cool, and it's only going to get better from there. There's other things that Paul is working on. This has to be fixed first, of course. We all realize that, but a couple of the updates, the PIF function to be able to upgrade somebody else, in other words, an already paid member, will be coming. That will probably come this early part of the week. He has a support team being trained right now, including, if you want to call it, a head of support type person. He has a Russian speaker being trained on staff, a Spanish person as well, and he also has a support system that is actually a very good system that other companies use. There will be like a ticket system, so it's going to be very, very efficient. There's other things that he's working on that I prefer to let you have a little surprise and maybe talk about it next weekend as well. That's all really good. And again, he's like one of the hardest working owners in the business. I truly can tell you, I've had conversations with other people, and even people in other companies for different reasons, and one of the things that came up is that Paul is really all about the affiliates, right? He cares about you guys. This has just been proven to me over and over and over again. So I really love that, the fact that this is not just some king on a perch who's creating a pile of money for himself. That's not what this is at all, right? The big long goal here is to get this advertising platform out into the retail market. That's what building this army is all about. Once we achieve numbers like 200,000, 300, 400,000 members, for us to be able to get this app out into the retail market and get those advertisers on this platform and create that secondary income for all of us will be huge. Some people have really big teams. I'm fortunate enough to have a very big team, you know, between my 7 levels. So I fully expect to be fully upgraded to the top level by the time that happens. So I'll be able to make money on all my 7 levels, right? So I'm really looking forward to the retail side. Again, that's sort of my past life and what I'm really familiar with, and I understand retail advertising and what ROI cost and what it means to be able to get traffic in the door. You know, I think I've used the example a couple times, but I'll give it to you real quick again. I used to pay $10 to get a job that I used to make a $125 sale on, right? That was in the beginning 25 years ago. And then at the end of my business, it was costing me $55 to get a sale, which put me out of business. It got so expensive because of what it costs to do print, what it costs to do TV or radio, the normal media, right? So this is sort of revolutionary, and it's really good because it's going on the new platforms, you know, an app, a smartphone. Everybody has a smartphone nowadays. I mean, there's people out there in this program that are operating from a smartphone, right? So keep that in mind. In certain countries, they don't even have laptops. They use everything on their phones. So this is really thinking forward, and that was the vision the whole time, and I want to make sure that everyone's really clear on that. This is not about a business to create a giant affiliate base and that's it, right? There's a big picture here. This is moving into that retail space. That's why this business is going to be a legacy business. This is a business that is going to have a long-term, big future. And I need you guys to remember that when you're out there talking about the business. I always talk about that. Always talk about the retail side. This is, you know, if you want to call it, like a 2-part business. We're building the army now. And then that army is going to get out there and share this. And I've got people in the advertising world that I used to spend money with every month. And I'm going to recruit them into Spinding when this retail side comes up. They're not going to be interested in the affiliate side at all at that point. They're going to have to take a position, but they're going to be able to get direct sales, right? So they're going to go out and get retail customers. And I've got a couple guys that will probably make a ton of money doing that because they understand advertising. I've been doing it for 25 years. And like I said, a couple of these guys, I've spent millions of dollars to them to do this. So that's that with that. You know, like I said, 52,000 members, doing great. Really appreciate you guys' patience. Paul does as well. Want to make sure that you guys get that. He really does. And you know, this program is only going to get better and better and faster and more efficient. And it's going to get to the point where, you know, in the next week or so, when everything sort of gets all settled down, all the support tickets get through, and Paul gets to be creative on the things that need to be done, which is language, translation, updating the site a little bit, doing support in that system also. And then remember, he has to start working on the app. And we've got presence in Israel, we've got presence in Russia, we've got presence in the Portuguese countries, which has Brazil and Portugal in it. We're getting into the Asian markets now. So that app also is going to have to be translated in all those different countries, right? So there's a lot of work ahead of him for him to do. But the good thing is that's where he wanted to go. So this is going to be the fun time for him, and I pray it comes really quick for him because honestly, he's been really stressed to make this work for everybody. He cares a lot about you guys and literally has spent way too much time on individual little problems with certain people, right? So we need to get that out of the way with so he gets to the creative part and the big part of this business, which, again, we're in a really good thing right now. It's only going to get better, and the really good stuff is still to come. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and stop talking because I can keep on going forever. I'm going to go ahead and let Darren talk a little bit about the marketing suite and some of the updates there. And Darren, go ahead and take it away. Share some information with us, buddy. Appreciate it.
Hi, Bart. Thank you for that. When you were talking then about the amazing number of people that are in the business, it just reminded me that a few weeks ago I drew this, and if you remember, I was talking about, you know, week 6 and 7 where we're getting to like 30,000 and 40,000 people, and if I'm honest, did I believe it? I don't know, but it's just gone ridiculous. So yeah, it's fantastic, and yeah, you know, those numbers are going to cause any number of hiccups, and you know, whilst we tested a lot of things during the past weeks and that, until, you know, Jeremy will tell everybody this, and obviously we've experienced this with the marketing suite. Until people get involved in something, you don't understand where there's a broken link or something doesn't quite work or it doesn't phase correctly. So, you know, with those numbers coming in and testing it, then yeah, he's going to find hiccups, and really we just need to understand that when that avalanche, that dam bursts, and those people start to be brought into the system and we start to cycle, I think there are going to be a lot of people who are, well, I think everybody's going to be really pleased. I think the people who are just going, oh, forget this, I can't be bothered, those are the ones who are going to be a little bit upset. I'm absolutely guaranteeing it, because for us who started, what was it, only 5 weeks ago, we saw what that happened. We saw what happened when he switched on those cycles straight away. It was literally, as you were watching it, the ticker was going through and money was coming through as the cycles happened. So, it will be exciting times. Like I say, hopefully it'll be at some point tomorrow, but we understand that it could be Sunday, it could be Monday. So it's just one of those things. So what have I got to go off today? I'm going to try and keep it really quite short, because over here we've had a bit of sun, which is a very rare event, and so I don't necessarily want to be stuck in my office doing a call. As much as I really like you guys, I've got a beer which I've nearly drunk, and obviously I'd like to get out there and enjoy a bit of sun before it goes down. So I'm just going to share my screen, and hopefully I can get this away without any hassle. And okay, I'm going to show you first of all the blog. Just want to touch on the blog, and I've been doing little updates during the course of the past 2 weeks, and really those updates are to hopefully, as we've already said with Spinding, is to try and resolve some of the issues that we've got with it. And there are some size issues. So for example, I'm looking at this page here, this image here we need to shrink, and we're aware of that. It's not a problem with the blog, but it's just an aesthetic thing. So there's things that we need to address, and that's why at the moment we've got the blog live just on the X-ray and the Zulu levels. During the course of this week, we hope to bring it out down to the Tango and Foxtrots, which is the levels that it should be at. However, you can come to our blog, and our blog is supersales.spindingmarketingsuite.com. Sounds very long, and I know that, and we will be obviously having a shorter version of that put on there. But I want you to come to the blog, because this is where it's all happening. Effectively, you've got all of the Hangouts, you've got information about all the suites, you've also got all the recorded webinars. So when we do the Tuesday calls with Paul, they'll all be placed on here. And then there's a free gift section here for you, and then obviously there's a blog section as well. And then further down here, there's I just want to touch on this. I'm creating a blog roll. Now, for those of you unfamiliar with a blog roll effectively is a link which is creating backlinks. Now, a lot of you are creating, doing really great work with blogs and websites and that type of information. However, let's be serious about the fact that as far as ranking is concerned, you're going to struggle. However, if I take you to last week's Hangout that we did, and I scroll down to the bottom, you'll see here that I showed this screenshot where the marketing suite, the blog that we've got going on here, was ranked at 99,000. Now the thing is, if you've got a link and a backlink going to a website that is climbing and it is ranking really well, then that is going to help you. And so we're creating the blog roll in order to help you drive traffic and interest. Now, obviously, if you can create a little bit of narrative to your link, make sure the link is either about the marketing suite or it is about Spinding. I don't necessarily want to be putting out anything about any other company, because the people who are going to be coming to our blog are going to want to know information about Spinding or the marketing suite. It makes sense, obviously. And then let me just remind you, so this was last Saturday, 99,952. That was the ranking. And this is the ranking today. So it is 79,620. And that is the Marketing Suite blog, which is just amazing. And if we just have a quick look at Spinding, because I forgot to check that one out. Thank you very much. And here we need more rounds of applause, because again we dipped under the 5,000 and we managed to maintain that with staggering. and that's for spinding.com, which is just brilliant, really, really great. So that's about the blog. We've talked about Alexa ranking. I also want to talk about let me just unsave myself. Hopefully I'm now back. Are you? Yes, there we go. So we're creating a Spanish version. Obviously, as Bart has talked about, we're creating a Spanish/Portuguese version of the marketing suite because effectively that is our largest market. And whilst a lot of these countries are able to, use a translator or, are very fortunate to be able to, be bilingual, it would really help if we've got Spanish and Portuguese capture pages and email responders and things like that. So we're in the process of doing that, and it's a huge job. And just to try and put this into some sort of context for you, Jeremy and I have been working on the marketing suite for probably the best part of 2-3 months. And there's a lot of content in there, and that content has to be translated, and it's not a matter of just simply changing one word that's in English and putting it into a Spanish word. It means that the whole context of the paragraph or the page has to be put into the correct context, whether it be Spanish or Portuguese. So it's going to take a long time. Now we've got a few people who we're looking to do this translating work. However, I'm going to use this opportunity to do a little bit of an advertisement. We've got a lot of information that we need translating. So if anybody out there has high quality translation skills, and I do apologize if no offense on people here, but we're looking for people who have the high quality translation. We don't want somebody who's going to come along and just use Google Translator, because to be honest, that's how I'm operating at the moment, and it's not great. So please, if you've got anybody or you know anybody who is really a qualified translator in Spanish and Portuguese, can you please ask them to drop us a line? You can use the contact information, use whatever links are attached to this video, and obviously, we're all over the Facebook or whatever. So just drop us a line and we can have a chat. And we're not expecting you to do this for free, obviously. So don't worry about that. But we just need that high standard, because we only want to do this job once and we want to get it right. We don't want to have to go back, because we may be doing I don't know, I was going to say Cambodian, but it's not. I don't know what the language is in Cambodia. That's terrible, isn't it? I do apologise. But we may end up having to do Chinese or any other numbers of languages as we go further down the line. So that's that. And really, it's just looking forward really for this week ahead. Obviously, the sun is out here. Thankfully, touch as much for micro as I can. It'll stay out here, and obviously, looking ahead, we're going into May now. We have May bank holiday in the UK, and I'm assuming that they have those sorts of holidays around the world as well. But also in Russia, May, to my mind, is a big, I wouldn't say a party time, but it's big holiday time for the Russians. And so really, if you know anybody who's Russian or you've got connections with Russia, this is, again, an opportunity where you're going to be talking to people that you probably don't talk to on a regular basis. And you're going to be able to, if you're wearing the T-shirt again, or if you've got any information that's going out there, these are the opportunities to go and speak to people or put information under people's noses that you don't necessarily meet on day to day, or you probably only meet once in a blue moon. So these opportunities are happening. We're going into May bank holiday. For those people who like doing leafleting, there's an opportunity to go leafleting car parks. Posting through letterboxes now. It's a little bit drier and a bit sunny. I know there's a couple of people in my team who are really heavy into the offline marketing, and I've got to say that is a brilliant market to get into, because guess what? Nobody is doing it anymore. Everybody thinks that it has to be done online. Well, actually, you get out there and you do the old-fashioned leaflets on a car windscreen, or a card in someone's door, or a leaflet through somebody's letterbox, or even pay people to go out there and put leaflets out for you. It's really cheap and very, very effective, and nobody else is doing that. So I will leave that with you, and I'll pass you back to Bart, and hopefully, like I say, we'll be cycling like normally the next 24, 48 hours, and when we come back next week, we'll be very, very, very happy bunnies.
Excellent. Thank you, Darren. Yeah, I love that. Yeah, that's really great that people can backlink to the blog. And gosh, I'm such a non-techie, like I didn't even understand what that meant till I just watched this. So thank you very much for explaining that to us. I guess I've got to build a blog. I think I've said that a few months ago. Anyway, listen, I'm not techie. Interesting comment on the leaflets. I want to raise a subject that I know someone that is a very big, powerful leader in this sphere, in this business. And what he does is he takes a $100 bill, and I don't even have any right now, I can show you, but basically he takes a $100 bill and he copies half of a $100 bill. And on the back part of it, he writes a little, if you want to learn how to make some money, come and visit this website. He takes them and folds them in half, and literally he'll go to any kind of event, festival, a party, anywhere, where he can just lay them down on the table, on the floor, everywhere, right? And you can do this with a pound, you can do this with a euro, you can do this with a ruble, you can do this with a, think about it, anything with a nice denomination. And what it looks like a $100 bill laying on the ground. I went to an event where there was 5,000 people in this company, and literally every place this guy went, every restaurant, if we went to a bar, if we went to anything, they were all over the place, right? And people pick them up because it looks like money, right? And it's really inexpensive to do these. It's really cheap. So it's a brilliant idea, and I just wanted to touch on that. That was really, really good. All right, Jeremy, can't wait to hear from you, my man. What do you have for us today? What's your opinions? How you doing? Looks like it's sunny there, too, for you as well.
Oh, yes, sunny here in sunny London. So we don't get much sun here in the UK. So hopefully I might have a tan, so next time you see me I won't be glaring on the camera, I'll have a tan on the head, so everything will be hunky-dory. Right, so a couple of things I'd like to touch on is, well, look at that Alexa ranking, so what can we say? That's fantastic. What I'll do is I'll try to get some numbers together in the week so that next weekend that we can give you how many page visits and all that sort of stuff that we're getting, so I mean, Darren put together on the blog, thanks to Darren, there's a lot of information on there, stuff, so if you miss a hangout, if you miss a webinar, want to pause calls, or you just want to find out what you're going to get inside a particular marketing suite, it's all there for you. And then when you do actually go into the marketing suite, I want to share my screen with you, if I may. Where's the little arrow? And screen, you'd be good at this by now, but it's new technology for me, Hangouts. Right, so when you actually, hopefully you can see my screen, when you actually go into the marketing suite, there's a tool that you really need to look at, and it's called the Facebook Ninja. And like Darren said, this week and last week, I was up on the coast looking out of lighthouses when I should have been using the tools that I've made, and that's the Facebook Ninja. Facebook Ninja, you can set a series of messages that will go out to all your groups, and you can set them to go every 5 minutes, every 15 minutes, every up to 90 minutes, I believe it is, so that you can set a series of messages. Now, there's videos on the marketing suite that show you how to use the Ninja tool. Now, if you're not using this Ninja tool, I know Darren's really killing it at the moment. He's in probably about 1,000 groups, and he's posting in them, and he just needs to set this up one time. And as you can see, there's a post there that's been set up, YouTube video. This is one that Darren's done. There's an image that's going to go into the post that goes out on Facebook. And basically, you've got 20 places you can fill out this with a message. And then what the system does is it sends the top message. Once it's done that, it then moves on to the next one, keeps going down the line. And so you can put all different types of messages. So, you keep your content nice and fresh. And with the Facebook Ninja, you can link it to your existing groups. You can search for new groups under keywords. So you don't necessarily just need to promote Spinding with it, but obviously I would recommend you do that. But if you don't, I don't know, you're promoting t-shirts or cat food or whatever it is, you can do it all with the Ninja Facebook Ninja tool. Now, also another tool we have, so the Facebook Ninja will post into your into groups for you, your Facebook groups. Now we have another tool here, which is the social submission tool. Now that's linked with your wall on Facebook, your Google Plus account, and your Twitter account. And again, you can do exactly the same thing. You can schedule posts. So if you're going to be like me up a lighthouse and looking out to sea, I could have used that social tool to be posting while I was out having fun. So I really, really recommend you go over to, the marketing suite. Every tool that you could possibly want is in the marketing suite. And if anybody's not using the marketing suite, I've got to say, you're crackers, you're crazy, because we've put every tool there. And next Saturday, I think we're going to show you something that's going to blow you away. There's going to be a way for you to get done for you traffic. I'm not going to give too much away right now because we're just in the closing door of it, and I think you're going to be over the moon with it. And that's really, we're in this marketing suite that that me and Darren really have put this together. Darren's put a lot of the content. I've done the programming side of stuff, but everything's there. Everything is there, and Bart's just said that, and Darren said that there's 50,000 paid members. There's not 50,000 members using the marketing suite yet, and that I don't understand. If you're not using the marketing suite, you're crazy. Now, the only other thing I'd like to touch on is if you have any questions regarding the marketing suite, please use the ticket system. Don't send me a private message on Facebook saying that a page is not working or I don't know how to use this. I won't answer you. I'm sorry. You have to go in the ticket system. There's a queue, and we answer those between us, me and Darren. Every day we get through those tickets. At the end of the day, there's no more tickets to be answered. So if you put your inquiry into the ticket system, the support system that's inside the marketing suite, you will get answered within 24 hours. And please, inside those tickets, don't ask us about cycles, about when Paul's going to be paying out, how do I link my bank account, how do I pay my mum, we don't answer those questions, okay? So you need to contact Spinding directly. There's an email address that you can contact them with. Now, I know Paul's flat out at the moment with the programming side of things, and what you got to remember with a program as big as this, if anybody's going to complain and say, which I've had a few complaints saying, oh, I'm not cycling, or it's not working like it should have done. If you can show me any business where you can pay $30 to get in, you've got all the tools you need, and you start to make money more or less from the word go, like Darren showed you last week, his mother's account and his father's account, it's making $4.50 from a little bit of a bit of money that he put into that for them. And there's no business on the planet that you can do that with. And I've been on the internet looking over the years for products and you're always looking for the next shiny new thing, and the shiny thing's not there. Well, I'm telling you now, you've got the shiny thing. And there's an old saying, when the bandwagon comes along, make sure you get on it. Well, this bandwagon is just about to start rolling. It's not quite rolling yet, and you're in the position where you can actually be steering the bandwagon. So you really need to be in there now. And if you're not in there, you're crazy. And those people that are and complaining, then go and find another business. You're at the beginning of something big here, and if you don't see that, well then, again, you're crazy. So what can I say? Get involved with Spinding, get involved in the marketing suite, get involved with the support tickets in asking us how to use the marketing suite. That's all we want to do. We'll help you as much as we can. You have all the tools there. Darren's just about had a haircut. Soon he'll be bald like me because he's put a lot of work into this. Now, if you don't want to use it, then there's an old saying, you can take a horse to water, but you can't make him drink it. And I tell you, the lake that you're going to be drinking out of is fantastic. Get in there and use it. That's all I've got to say. Tutty bye. Am I still, I don't know, do I stop sharing the screen? How do I do? Sorry about that.
You're good.
Yeah.
We're seeing that We're seeing the shiny head right now.
Can I just come on the back of that, because I think what Jeremy's saying is, is absolutely spot on. And there's a lot of people who've been getting in touch with me over the past couple of weeks saying, "Oh, there's so many people already in it. I've missed the boat. I need to get in the ground floor." Well, I tell you, you need to go to Facebook today and find out what has happened in the back office on the leaderboard, because I tell you, someone has come from nowhere and has brought in, I think last count, 1,300 directs in the past 24 hours. That is just incredible.
Wow.
So, if you were dithering yesterday, you've missed all those people who would have been in that bus queue behind you. So, don't dither. Get on the bandwagon.
I love it. You guys are so passionate you can barely speak. Listen, I got to make a comment too, because I gave a report last week that ironically the marketing suite got me 2 sales because of follow-up messages. Guess what? I have 1 more to go still, because I've got my first one this week through the marketing suite follow-up messages, which means I had someone come in through a capture page, went into the lead system, and the messages that are there that I didn't touch is working for me, and it got someone to reach out to me and make sure that I'm a real person and they wanted to pay, and how is it going, right? So, of course, I like to get a person onto Skype, which, by the way, if you don't do Skype or you don't do these, we have meetings on these things, by the way, not on air, but we do these, right, all the time. We talk. Connect with your people, but the biggest thing is, listen, I mean, this marketing suite is so loaded with tools that, if you don't even know how to use them, just watch the video on the top of every single link you open up. It's very well done. It's very self-explanatory. Start to play with it. Certainly start putting leads in there. Make sure you're putting these people that you're going to show the business. I would not send anyone directly to my link anymore of Spinding. I'd put them into my marketing suite follow-up system, because it works. Okay, it works. I've had 3 sales come right through that without me touching it. Okay, so absolutely use that. The Facebook tool looks awesome, by the way. I can't wait to be able to set up something that is going to just start automatic marketing for me on top of that, because I've neglected to market a little bit this week. I've been really busy doing other stuff. I'm sure some of you guys know that, because I've been talking to you. But yeah, I mean, how much better does it get, guys? I love the fact that Jeremy says, go look, go look and see what is out there. What is the competition for spinning right now, right? And realistic competition. Okay, so you might have something that has a tool, okay, and it could be a good tool, but that's it. There's a program with a tool, you make money, okay. Then you have a program that might give you training, okay, and you're going to pay $50 or $100, $300, $500, $1,000 in some of these programs to be able to go in. Where else can you start for 30 bucks? Into a program where you can share very easily. You can get them on these Hangouts. You can get them on the Tuesday call. You can plug them into the marketing suite and use these tools and show them what they got. The value of what they get in this with the marketing suite alone takes care of any level that anyone wants to come in at. I'm completely 100% convinced of that. If someone wants to come into a Foxtrot because they want to access the tools of a Foxtrot marketing suite, it's worth it by itself. The fact that there's compensation connected to it makes it even better. The fact that this is just really, if you want to call it step A in this program, which turns into a huge retail program eventually, right? Shortly, this summer sometime, is a whole other thing here, right? There's no other program out there that's doing what Spinding is doing and will do, besides what you get for what you're paying for, right? We all have ad packs right now that we're accumulating. Some of us have renewed. I've renewed. Jeremy and Darren are both renewed. We have ad packs we get to give out to the retail public. You get to go down to your town and hand out your ad packs and let your merchants try them for free. Now, what a better way to show how this is going to work when this all comes up, right? So, keep that in mind. This is a big picture, long-term deal, right? This is not a flash in the pan, a 4-month program we're going to make money with, and then we're going to go on and then move on to the next thing. The people, and you know who you are, by the way, Ray, Odelia, Rick, you guys are, Bernard, you guys are taking this business very seriously, and you realize what you have here. You're working very, very hard, and you're doing really, really good. You're very supportive leaders, and that's really important, because this is what this is about. Every single person on this call can learn how to be a leader, even if you've never gotten on Facebook yet, right? You can learn how to do all that. Go through the training that's in the marketing suite. You learn how to do the stuff that you need to do. You learn how to get out and talk to people. But just remember, you're attached to something really big here, okay? And I'm going to keep saying this, and every time we do a Hangout, I'm going to keep talking about the bigger picture and long-term part of this program, because you do need to get it. Because I do get it. I understand it, right? Jeremy and Darren do get it. This is a really big deal. We're in a really good place. And the fact that someone who literally, by the way, when I saw that message about that guy that is now on the leaderboard, the very top at 1,300, came literally out of nowhere in the last couple days, from nowhere. So does that mean that someone couldn't come into this business right now and do whatever they want with their ability to work hard? Absolutely. They can start right now and create an awesome income for themselves, right? And set up a huge foundation for even a bigger income as the retail side comes in. So, you know, keep that in mind when you're talking to people. Some people get it completely. They talk about the big picture as they present this. It's not just, hey, come in, you cycle. They talk about, come in, there's a great program, there's a killer marketing suite. We have a huge retail part of this business coming next. It's a secondary income that's going to compound what we make in the now. You know, in 3 months or 6 months, whatever it is, we're going to start actually seeing that money being overtaken by the retail side of the business. I know it will for me, right? I know it will, because I'm going to go out and get advertisers, not just merchants. I'm going to go get advertisers to go out and sell this business. So I want that app to be the #1 downloaded app in the world, right? And I think it could be a huge, huge marketing tool for people. And I think there's something really great we have here. And we've got a great owner. We've got great leaders. We've got great, you know, Jeremy and Darren, you know, I can't praise you guys enough. You know how I feel about what you guys do and how this is working and all that. You know, this is just a really great place to be. It's only going to get better. It's going to get bigger. It's going to get faster. And we have something that's very, very attractive to show people. So with that, guys, we're going to keep it at 39 minutes. Well, I think it's our shortest one so far. This is awesome. Oh, Jeremy, yes, sir. Yes, sir, I see you.
I want to add something here. You know, Paul Nash, this guy is absolutely amazing, okay? Now, some people may be saying, oh, I haven't cycled, and oh, the system's broke, you know, and basically what this guy's doing is he doesn't want to get into any problems further down the line when we've got hundreds of thousands of people in here. So he's taking it step by step, like anybody that does a business. You know, you don't just open the doors and you're not prepared. You know, you don't buy yourself a shop on Oxford Street or in downtown New York and then just all of a sudden open the doors, and then when you look round behind your back, you forgot to put the shelving in, or you forgot to decorate the building, or you haven't got enough cash registers in to take the money, and you haven't got the staff in place. You know, this guy is doing the things that he's doing because he knows what he's doing. He knows the industry, and he's got a mammoth programming task. And I take my hat off to him. I would say my hair, but I haven't got any. But I'll take my hat off to this guy. You know, so please don't complain. Just get out there. Forget about the money. You're going to make it. You're going to make big money. Get out there. Tell the people. Get into Spinding. Get into the marketing suite. And you know, this time next year, as Del Boy would say, if you're English, you would know what that was.
And, you know, Jeremy, thank you for that, too, because I appreciate you coming from you. I understand, you know, what your background is and what you do as a programmer and all that, guys, and that means a lot coming from Jeremy. So, I mean, you can take that as a really big, you know, a reassurance for you that this is not being run by some guy who's trying to figure it out as he goes. This is, you know, there's a big task here, right? And it's grown faster than we think. I think that when Darren hung up that chart earlier saying 30,000 people at 6 weeks or so, I believe that we probably think that was about where it was going to be. So is it surpassing what we thought? Yes. Is it surpassing what Paul thought? Yes. Will it keep doing it? I think it definitely will, because like I said, we're still talking to brand new leaders of teams all the time. So again, guys, with that, it's Saturday. We have a beautiful day here too. Hopefully you do where you're at. Please go enjoy your weekend. Think about, you know, your message, right? What is your message you're sharing with people? What is the value of what you're getting out there to them? And are you connecting with them? You know, I connect with people. I like to talk to people. So give yourself a little training, give your little a lift up, and enjoy the ride, guys. We're going to see some really good stuff here this next week, and I know that Paul has a lot of stuff that's coming up, a lot of improvements, and everyone's going to be happy that is waiting for some of the stuff, at least patiently. You guys are doing great, and the others, believe me, just calm down. It's coming. You're going to be very, very happy. So with that, guys, we're going to go ahead and say goodbye. Have a great weekend, everybody.
That's a wrap.
See you later.